Can we stop and talk about that? This is one of my favorite models in the whole line. Can we do that? Can we do that, Josh?
Answer's pretty.
Oh, come on. All right. I've been told that Josh is willing to discuss this with me. Past recorded Josh is willing to discuss this. Okay. I've been told this, and so I would like Josh to discuss this with me. I've been told that he is willing.
I'm going to say something dead serious right now. All of my models are painted. I actually don't buy any more models until I've painted the ones I've got.
Whoa! What? I didn't even know that was allowed. No, there is a rule. There is a rule. You must, to be accepted in the Warhammer community and not make other people feel ashamed of themselves, you must own unpainted and assembled or unassembled models in equal total points, not dollars, points, to the total number of points that are built and base coated or more. 3 colors or more. If you slide past that into the shameful, ridiculous group like my brother that paint every model as soon as they get them, then you now have to be quiet when you visit the store or you will make everybody else feel terrible. How dare you publish this to the internet? I, for example, own 4,000 to 5,000 painted points, but I own closer to 12,000 points in unpainted or unassembled. Yes, that is a total of 16,000. It gives me some leeway to paint and enjoy getting some models in my life to base coat it or more. And then I'm not in danger of shaming any of you that get into the hobby and are overwhelmed. How dare you? I cannot believe this, Josh. All painted. Now, that said, my wife and I do things that the other one think is stupid. We think is ridiculous. My wife pays full price for Disney movies on Blu-ray. Movies that were released hand-drawn, she wants to purchase as if they're 4K to run on our 1080p TV and is a waste of money. It's a waste of money, but I'm not allowed to say that because every month we take a piece of our money, our combined income, and we get an identical amount of money, and I am allowed to spend it on whatever the hell I want, and she can say nothing. And she gets the same amount of money. Now, I choose to save mine up and spend it all at once on something like a Warhammer model. And she said, you saved multiple months to buy a piece of plastic that's a toy for a game that you don't make time for because one game takes like 6 million hours because I have to drive and meet my brother, and then we always eat, and then we play the game, and then we want to play a second game, and I end up not coming home that night, and I stay at his place, and it turns into a whole thing, so I don't get to play that many games per year, and that's how I spend my stupid money. And she's not allowed to say anything. But my wife said, you know what? I tell you what, I dare you to paint all your models like this filthy, handsome vest guy on the internet. He's on this side because I moved. Hold on. Whoa. This guy right here. Because she has heard that these people exist, mostly because my brother's one of them, and she said, I would like that. It stresses her out, somebody who finishes everything she starts, that there is a whole pile of boxes inside other boxes. I keep them in plastic boxes so that the boxes inside the boxes don't get damaged, even though you throw those away when you're done. And so I have my boxes full of boxes of unassembled, unpainted models with future ideas. I'm going to convert these. They're going to be amazing. And I've had some of these boxes for years. And I still acquire new boxes to go on top of those boxes inside boxes. And I don't paint them. And she said, I dare you to paint these. And I go, well, what would I get? What would I get? She said, you will be able to spend community money. It will be able to go on our shared credit card. No questions asked. Like if I'm buying groceries, this will be on the same priority level as I need more bananas. I can buy Warhammer models at a 1 in, 1 out ratio as long as everything I own is primed or more. Primed. She's not even saying tournament legal. Primed. So if I would just build them and prime them. Now, one of my brothers, the one that likes to be cheeky with things, said, what if he just sold all his existing models off? To which she said, that's fine. That's fine. I don't care. It drives me nuts knowing that in a corner of his office is a stack of hundreds of dollars of models that do nothing. It drives her insane. She goes, I don't care if he throws them in the trash. Just get them gone. And I said, game on. Game on. I am going to begin assembling and priming my models. I will take none of them past priming unless I need them for a tournament. And I will only take tournament up to exactly 3 colors so I can get back to the building and the priming. And I will have this 12 to 16,000 points, depending on how they're geared out, built and primed in no time at all. She said, I'll raise you one more. You can buy glue and magnets out of the community budget. I don't want anything to be in your way. You can buy paint and brushes out of the community money. I dare you. I have not bought a new model in at least 3 years because of this challenge. I think she's winning. And it's because of people like this that challenge existed. Monsters. Monsters.
Got. Okay, right. Right, so that's not entirely true. That's not complete. So we've got these.
Yeah.
And we've got these to build and paint. And then we've got Inquisitor Lord Erasmus. He needs to be built and paint.
Sure.
And then there's a Leagues of Votan box.
Well, that's a big
That
one.
probably needs to be
Okay.
built and painted at some point.
Okay, I'm liking him more now.
But apart from that, everything is built and painted.
No. There should have been a 30-minute interlude and also an old fantasy model that I have, and also a second Helldrake. There should have been more.
Apart from it goes to Erasmus and the box of Hellblasters and the Leagues of Votan box. Oh, and the second Indomitus box.
Yeah. Okay.
This needs to be painted as well.
Absolutely.
Okay, but apart from
those.
Inquisitor Erasmus, Hellblasters, Leagues of Votan box, and the Indomitus box,
right,
it's all painted.
Except one more. Maybe like a get started box. Do you have a get started box?
Apart from the Chaos Knights box.
Okay. Oh, well, of course,
this also needs to be painted as well.
Yeah, that's fine. Do you have a start collecting box? Those are a bargain.
That's a lot of that scares me. That's a lot of unpainted plastic. That kind of scares me slightly.
That happens.
So some Chaos Knights.
Yep.
I think there's an Armiger in there as well. We'll do that. But apart from Inquisitor Erasmus, the Hellblasters, the Leagues of Votan box, the Indomitus box, the Chaos Knights box. Oh, and the
Start collecting. They're such a bargain. Well. They're such a bargain. Occasionally, like my store will have that like 15% off, and then you're like, well, I mean, I don't want to lose money. The Demons of Zinch Get Started box. Honestly, you could take any one of these, like the pink horrors, and if you price out the rest of it minus the horrors are basically free. And so like you don't want to lose money, and then it's 15% off, so it's like the horrors and the banner bearer are free, and like at that point, what if you do want to play demons? There's a rule that if you get to summon in demons and like you roll really well and you don't have the model, you have to leave those there, and so you don't want to do that. Or back when we had the boon table, if they turned into a demon and you did not have a spare model to turn them into that, I own some extra spawn because then they don't turn into the spawn. So if you could get some spawn just in case the boon table rolls that way, like, you're practically deleting a model you already have if you don't have an extra spawn. That makes sense.
Right. I might have a few models unpainted.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's a Mindstealer Sphinx as well, because it looked cool from Warcry.
Sure. Yeah, I have some conversions from other model lines, and so they're mostly for parts, so those shouldn't count.
Yeah, okay, cool. But apart from that, apart from all of these, I think and the box of tanks, there's a Land Raider, there's a Whirlwind, there's 2 Dreadnoughts, there's a Rhino, and there's a Predator.
But those are mostly airbrush, so like I wouldn't count those, right? You could do the airbrush. That's one afternoon.
And there's a Vindicator. Okay,
sure.
But apart from the Inquisitor Erasmus, the 10 Hellblasters, the Leagues of Votan box, the Indomitus box, the Chaos Knights box, the Demons of Zinch Start Collecting, the Warcry Mindstealer Sphinx, and the box full of tanks, everything's painted. Apart from those. Alright, cool. Can we at least see one painted model?
Oh! Oh. I really thought I was going to have to unsubscribe from Josh Drive Hayes and start false reporting his videos for hating him. I thought for a second that he was a real monster. I was very, very concerned. I just thought that for a second there that Josh Strife Hayes was in need of an intervention, a sociopath, like my brother. I have identical twin brothers, so thankfully, like, the fact that I have to disown one because all of his models are painted is okay, because like I have a spare who looks a lot like the first one, because it is wildly frustrating that he owns something like 25,000 points of painted orcs, all full tabletop quality or more. I feel better. Currently, what I own that he is showing here that is not painted is I own 3 Forge Fiend Mauler Fiends. 1 is assembled and magnetized. 2 are unassembled. I have a Chaos Marines equivalent of these boxes. A lot of these boxes are shared 2 armies. So what I do is I find friends who play the partner army, and I split those with them, and then I buy several. And so I have, I believe, 2 Nurgle halves, making 1 Indomitus box equivalent. I do not own Knights, but I actually have 2 scratch building projects that are the equivalent of a Chaos Knights. And then I do own a Helldrake that has never left its box. And then the Get Started Demon stuff, I do own 2 Get Started Corn Demons boxes that are unassembled. But I have 1 that's fully assembled and fully painted. And so that's okay. And then I have some older models I've been converting. I've been converting motorcycles because I want them to be a motorcycle gang. And so I've been converting them, and I have a different slight conversion style for each one. And you can run up to 3 squads of motorcycles in a particular army, which is why I own enough parts to convert and build with spare parts, so I don't have to feel like I have to use any particular parts for a project that I have laid out 50 chassis. For those of you doing math at home, you're like, okay, so you're going to run 10 bikes in a squad. You can run 3 squads in a game, which is why you own 50, which is 5 times 10. So I actually have enough bikes that if I built them all, there would be 2 squads left on the shelf, even if I fielded the entire maximum number that I could ever theoretically see myself using, which is really important because they're absolutely terrible in the gameplay and have been for a while and will be for the foreseeable future. So it's important that I have it's 66% more than I could ever use ready to go in conversion. And so that's important. I also have enough bikes set aside that I was going to build some Chaos Lords on bikes, and I have had that project in the wings so long that Chaos Lords on bikes have been removed from the game. And so, like, I think overall, I like Josh a lot more now than I did 3 minutes ago when I thought that he was one of these maniacal monsters. That was very close. That was very close.